Alright guys, so we are at Act 3, Scene 2, Romeo and Juliet. We started, or we finished up Scene 1 yesterday. So who can remind me what happened in Scene 1? Sarah.
So, Tybalt tries to go after Romeo. Romeo doesn't want to fight because he's a relative.
Right.
And then Mercutio, makes him wants to fight him, so it aggravates him. And they start fighting, and he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
And dies.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, Mercutio dies, and then
Hunter.
yeah. Izzy, can you get the door, please?
Then Romeo gets mad and kills Tybalt.
Yes.
And then the prince comes and asks Benvolio what happened. And he tells the truth, and the lady Capula is like, I don't believe this.
Uh-huh.
And then
I don't believe this.
Yeah.
Right. And so then what happens to Romeo? What is the prince's sentence? Or decree?
The prince.
Lana?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
The prince says that Romeo is banished unless he is found in the city of it's Verona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he's gonna be hanged.
Right. Yeah. So basically, if he doesn't leave Verona, I'm banishing him. But if he doesn't leave, then he'll be executed because he disturbed the peace. They weren't supposed to do that because he had already made that decree. So this is the start of Scene 2 in Capulet's orchard. And actually, I want to just briefly touch on. So we talked about this a little bit yesterday. But how was Act 3, Scene 1? How was that the turning point of the play? You guys remember what we talked about, Alex?
Because people were finally starting to die, and it wasn't just two people in love anymore.
Right. Yeah. So it kind of changes the whole idea of what's going on. You know, it's very kind of in love, like kind of young love or lust. I guess if you guys want to see it that way, Alana, I know that's you've been sharing that quite a bit. So yeah, Alana, you want to add something?
I think Romeo is kind of blaming Juliet for making him soft, so it could have problems in the relationship.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, and that part that we read yesterday, he said, right after Mercutio was killed, remember he said, "Thy beauty hath made me effeminate," or something like that. So basically saying it's Juliet's fault because I'm now that I love her, now it's made me soft. I'm a softie. All right, so and then he shows that that's not true anymore because he kills Tybalt in revenge. So anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead. Follow along on 999. This is Juliet's little soliloquy. She's alone, all right, waiting to hear back from the nurse. All right.
Scene 2, Capulet's orchard.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love performing night, that runway's eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmanned blood bating in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grown bold, think true love acted simple modesty. Come, night, come, Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch.
Aye, the cords.
Ay me. What news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, well-a-day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. Alack the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Whoever would have thought it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that bare vowel I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of a cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an eye, or those eyes shut that make thee answer I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
All right. So there's a little bit of confusion going on apparently between the nurse and Juliet. Kostuvi, you want to explain that a little bit? What the confusion is that's going on this page?
The nurse is kind of like in disbelief that Romeo could do such a thing, so she's just saying Romeo, Romeo over and over again. But Juliet thinks that they're talking about Romeo killing himself.
Right. Yeah. So she's like, wait, you're not telling me anything. Like spit it out. Like, so she's what does she think? So she think Romeo has maybe like killed himself. She doesn't, she doesn't know. And then you guys see all those like the repetition of I, cockatrice, I. Like she just keeps that part by Juliet. So what does that? What does she mean right there in that? Look to that side note, and that will help you out right there. So yeah, Alana.
So she's saying that like if she says yes to if the nurse says yes to if Romeo has slain himself, then she's super sad, pretty much, right?
Yeah. So yeah, if she is basically saying that if you say yes that he's killed himself, or basically she's just tell me something, tell me something, like say in the I right there. If you guys look at the little side note, it says 45 to 50, and whenever she says I, she means I, like AYE or yes. So yeah, it's just again Shakespeare with his puns, his wordplay. So yeah, there's a lot of wordplay going on there as well. So on number 6 on your study guide, it says, how does Juliet react to the nurse's news? We will see, we'll get a brief part of that right now. We'll add to number 6 here in just a second. So yeah, right now just write out like one sentence basically saying like how she has responded. You guys can get with an elbow partner. Just say like, just basically what is her reaction to the nurse's news. All right, so just write out just one sentence talking about that. So.
Because she's like, oh my god.
Are you saying keep saying that?
Right, so how did she react to the nurse's news? How did she respond to this line, basically? So she responds in this way because...
First ask you. Once you guys write the first part, we'll pause and then we'll get the second part here in a second. Yes.
Can you write the...
For this part, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Let me check and see what I have on mine. Yeah, you can if you want to. If you want to write 3.2 point, and then whatever line numbers you cited for that, you can. So once you guys, all right. So what's some of the things that you guys wrote down? Taylor.
I said she was confused, and she's also kind of upset. She's like, just tell me, I need to know what's happening.
Yeah,
kind of distraught.
Yeah, and so again, why is she confused? Just for clarification.
Because the nurse is just like spitting out random stuff. She's kind of like freaking out.
Okay.
But she won't tell her exactly what's going on.
Right. It's kind of, so I mean, if you guys have ever like that, I mean, you may be able to relate to that a little bit. If you ever have like big news or like something like important or maybe scary or something has just happened, like you want to say, like, you're either so excited or so scared or something like that. Like you want to say the words, but it's like for some reason they just won't come out because you've got so much anxiety or excitement or something. So that's kind of what's happening with the nurse right here. So let's read on. Let's see what happens whenever actually Juliet finds out the truth about what happened, and then we'll add that second part to number 6. So that will be kind of the second answer for that, and that'll just be really brief. All right, so let's continue on bottom of page 1000. The nurse's line on line 53.
I saw the wound